Alright, how's it going? Time to do a bit more work on the game, hey? Two seconds, still just setting up the stream. Alright, all good. Wait, no, that's the screen I wanted. Whoops. That's one. Alright, we should be sorted. I'm not sure. Hang on, I actually just want to double check that my voice is working. I did a bit of changing. Alright, we should be sorted. Sounds good. Righto! Alright, where were we at yesterday? So we left off, and it was pretty goddamn cool. We made it so that enemies now smash through the ceiling to spawn. Which is pretty damn cool. Hang on. Something wasn't happy there. What? Enemy spawner. What part didn't it like? Oh. So I think that goes away if we were to just do that. So it waits a second and then tries to spawn an enemy. So I think what was happening there was it was calling something. It was trying to call the break method before the start method had run. I believe. I don't know. I think that's probably what it was trying to do there. Yep. Bam. God, it's so cool. God, okay, okay, we need to also... God, we're really in need of an actual sound manager. Something to actually control all the volumes of everything, because that is kind of annoying. And why does it always default to 1.3 zoom? Always. It's really frustrating. Alright. So, first things first, I have been doing a little bit of looking, and I got the dropship and the drop pod. So, I have the assets from the original game that we can use to actually rework this to include the drop pods, which is one of the things on the to-do list. We're gonna have to do that before we do wave-based spawning, because, I mean, A, I have no idea how to do wave-based spawning, and B, I don't know, I want to at least have dropships working before I start spawning stuff in. Right? Makes sense, I suppose. Alright, new project. Hang on, let's not absolutely dox everything that I have on my hard drive, and see if I can do it. Did I move them? No, I moved them. God damn. I really, like, it's something I need to do one day, is just sit there and redo all the bloody folder structures on my computer. Ah, found them. Alright. So, here's one. Oh, look at that. And the doors are really small. And not in the right place. That's frustrating, but... oh no, we can figure that out in a minute. Hang on, actually... Was that an import problem? Don't import animations. That worked. Okay. Sick. Alright, there's the drop pods. Doesn't look like a drop pod though, does it? No, it doesn't automatically import its materials. Does it? Oh, it tried. Not quite. Alright, so we're gonna have to modify this just a little bit. Basically, I want a hole in the bottom. But first, hang on, let's get the dropship. Actually, no, I don't think I want to use the dropship. I think we're gonna just go with the pods. I mean, I may as well, while I'm here, I'll show you what the dropship looks like. It's pretty cool. Oh, import. Well, you can't really see it, apparently. No, solid. See, and then they drop out the back there. Man, I haven't actually seen this since we originally did it. Crazy. But we don't need that one, I don't think. I think we're just going to go with the drop pod. And it did not include any animation at all, which is perfect. Alright, well, we may as well. Just to be able to see what it looks like. Let's hook up the... this. You know what I mean? Oops. Man, Substance Painter is so good. Angus, you got that back the front. How did you do that? Oh well, we'll never see it anyway. That's funny. I genuinely had no idea that happened. It is funny though. UV editor. One? Is that seriously all? Huh. Just, I guess, different instances of the same object. But it doesn't actually act as an instance. That's funny. There we go. Now words are words. Alright, so this is the part we're going to change. Because we need them to drop out of the bottom of the pod rather than the sides. Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, well, just having a bit more chill. Jeez. Okay. So yeah, we need it to open in the bottom here. And they're going to drop out there. So these sides are basically just going to be baked into this now. Alright. So, how are we going to do this, huh? I don't think that's perfectly centered. Angus, you made the hole off center. Goddamn, man. I love you, but how'd you manage that? That's impressive, actually. Alright, it's all good. We're just gonna have to remake this whole bit. Oh, nope, that was the right perspective. So we'll just cover it up. And hide all but this piece. Yeah, alright, so we're going to do the same as we were doing all day bloody yesterday, which is just boolean. And apply. Oh my god, really? It doesn't have auto smooth? There we go. And mark those as sharp. Bam! Okay, that should more or less look how it did before. Which is good. Which is good. Now what I want to do is actually make a door that opens and closes there. So how are we gonna do that, hey? What kind of like door? I'm thinking, like this spacey door. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to put this into words. How do we do this? I genuinely have no idea. Alright, bring back the circle. Actually, circle. We want it like what? 12? Yeah, I reckon that's enough. Alright. Let's move out of here. There we go. Okay. Face to begin with. And then this just basically needs to be triangulated. There's gotta be like a better way to do this, right? I don't know. I'm just so used to doing... Why did I start doing this? No idea. No idea why I'm so used to doing it that way, but... Okie dokie. Ah, shit. We want to be able to spin it. Magnet? No, not magnet. That one. And probably sharp, right? No, not sharp. Sphere? Ah, that's it. Okay. I think we only need that first one. I'm going to duplicate it just in case. Oops. Faces. So, old hide. Oops. Jesus. Where are we? Alright. So that's going to be like one fin. Yeah, I reckon we're going to be able to do something with this. Okay, how do we actually like animate this? So let me just double check. Can I actually array? Not relative. Wonder if there's like a... Let's see if we can find like a tutorial on this. Nah, screw it. We can just set it up as an animation. Alright, so if... Now, how do we get this to actually retract? I was thinking maybe just rotate it so it was just out of range, but... it was 12. What is... 360 divided by 12 is, what, 30 degrees? Sick. I mean, that's basically what we want. It looks really sick too. Just trying to simplify it as an animation, you know? I mean, for one, I can't now object set origin 3D cursor without breaking it. Yeah, so... delete all of them. Set origin 3D cursor. Set origin to there, rotate around that. No, 30, wasn't it? Okay. That looks sick as well. No, that's the way we're doing it though. It is going to clip out the side, but hopefully the holes aren't big enough to actually see that. We might get away with just not having to worry about that. Alright, so... What the hell does make instances real actually do then? Actually, we don't even need to do that. We just need... No, I'm not doing it that way. So annoying. There's just gotta be like a clean way to animate this and export it as an animation or something like that to Unity. It also didn't have a texture for it. Maybe we could hang on. Where the hell that button? Mark seam. Unwrap. I mean, that'll do. I don't need it to be perfect currently. I guess it's one of those things that we can come back and refine. Now. You know what? It doesn't matter. Alright, that's it. I'm sending it, hey? That can go. Alright. Why can't you ever just go back to where you started? Dropship. No, drop pod. Modified. Alright, let's see what that comes into Unity as. How do you normally import just like a bunch of meshes? I feel like I'm having a mind blank here on like what folder you would actually call it. Like there's no like just models folder. Vehicles. Pixels. Alright, the drop pod. Sweet. Alright, this. Huh. Slightly bigger than the player. Huh. Okay, so that all alright, so if this if we make that all sit on 0, this all needs to come up a little bit. Because if we were to take that and put it on one of the little breakpoints, wherever they are, God, they actually hide really well, which is crazy. Alright, so I'm just gonna quickly make that, thing. Vehicles. It's the only way I can remember how to spell it, so. Alright, so if we make that a drop pod, and then if we just quickly change the enemy spawner, just to test this. I just want to see how they fit on the roof. If they're too big, if I've put them too close together. So on start, instead of doing that, it's going to say for I in spawn locations dot length. Yep, it's an array, not a list. Alright, so for every spawn location, it's going to spawn a... We're just going to make it be the enemy prefab, so... Boop, boop, boop. Yep, that's wrong order. That way. Alright. So that way we get an enemy at each spawn location. Actually, no, it's just... Yeah, this is all going to have to be modified, so let's just spawn enemy. And then we'll change this to taking an index. Spawn locations, index. There we go, and that'll be I. Comment that out, we're not going to use it. Alright, so now that'll spawn an enemy at every single location, and it'll break it so that we can see it from the bottom as well as the top. And for that, we're just going to quickly replace the foot soldier with the drop pod. And just see how that looks. Alright, we'll play focused because I want to really see it in the inspector. That should have spawned... Oh, God damn it! What did... I'm doing it in the start. Okay, that there is going to be put into a void init. Do all that. All is initialized. It's true. Get rid of that. We don't need that. Now, on the first go through, it's going to say if not initialized is initialized, then init. There. Now nothing can be called before it, and it won't give a shit about that. Beautiful. We don't have to worry about update order anymore. Laziness always wins. Oh shit, I was playing. Whoops, sorry. Okay, you happy? Cool. Everything broke. Oh, you're sticking through. You're also sticking through. And why can I see through? Oh my god, the normals of Factor Brunt. Okay, so that's... looking like it's good in most places. Yeah. It's fine, like, it's fine in all these areas. There's only a few where it's a little bit iffy. So for something like that one there where I'm at, which is over here. Ah. Would it be enough to say, oh, that is that one. Rotate. Almost. So what would the scale need to be? Let's try at 0.8 scale. Oh. So that's worked in, I think, most places. So like this here, we can just rotate. Yeah, there's a bit weird. That one might be a bit close. So I think 0.8 scale is going to work. We just need to update the rotations on a few of them. How are we actually going to do that though? So for one, we need to find all the bloody... the spawn locations. Which one? In front of Woolies. That one there. No, I reckon it'd be fine. We just need to knock out that bit at the top there. I think that's just a model thing. I don't think we need to actually remove that as a spawn location. Alright, so... Oop. Alright. What we can do, I just figured it out. Figured it. So spawn locations can have a public oh, we're gonna have to set the rotation. Rotation offset. Alright. So each of these are going to have a public vector 3 get position, and it's also going to have another one of those for get rotation. This for now is just going to return transform.position. Okay, this one is going to be transform dot... Okay, how do we actually do it though? I'm not sure. Transform... Return transform dot rotation. Plus rotation offset? Yeah, no, I know it doesn't like... Yeah, you can't add them together. Could we do like quaternion dot... What does that one do? No. Rotation offset. No, does that not work? Alright, let's see if that works. And then on the spawner, when it spawns an enemy, it's just gotta go spawn lock.get position. Get rotation. Alright. So with that, we should be able to set a rotation offset. We'll check. So this one here should spawn weirdly. Alright, alright. So we need to rotate it what? Not that. The pod. 60 degrees. Alright, so does it spawn 60 degrees offset now? It does. Bam. Alright, there's one handled. Alright, where do the other ones clip? We're good all around here. We're good. All through here. We good here? Yes. These two. Over here. Found you. These two. 60. Beautiful. No more clipping. Where else? Are you clipping? No, but you did. Oh, right. That's not a visual bug. That's just how that works. Okay. Clipping. Anyone clipping around here? This is back to the start. No, not yet. You. Yeah. I can't really fix you two. Alright, so everything but these two down here. Not you. You two. Okay, that one's a little bit iffy. I need... that one could do with, like, what? A couple degrees of rotation? These two I think we need to get rid of. I'm gonna... just in case, I don't want to delete them and have to mess around with it later, so... actually, no, that doesn't make a difference. All I do is just gotta add that script back. So, get rid of that one. That one. Alright. And then that in the enemy spawner. Two of these aren't happy now. So we're down to 33 spots. And this next one needed a little bit of rotation, didn't it? How much do we reckon I needed? Like 40? That's rotating the wrong way. $80. Ah, there we go. And how does it good on the other side? Good. Alright, sick. And then those two stopped falling apart over here. What are you from? Oh, right. Okay. What was it called? Spawn location. Oh, nailed it. Do. So default them all to true. No, I don't like that. We're adding extra code for something that doesn't actually need to be handled through code at all. Undo that, open that, and then just deactivate that. That's all I have to do. Where is... Oh, there somewhere. There. You three. Remove. And then just deactivate that. Now the holes won't open. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, so first thing I want to do is... Options. This one. Backface culling. Son of a bitch. Okay, there we go. So that's fine, that's fine. Vehicles, drop pod, modified. Sweet. So that should still work, except now they're flipped, right? Yay! Okay. Hang on, do that again. I just want to quickly see. Okay, how are we gonna do this? Oh, sick! Because it changed the object space that it was in. Now, why is the one that it never uses? Drop, pod, door, open. Yeah, drop pod, door, open. We'll make it last a second. Alright. That works. What does that actually look like in the animator? Can I do negative speed? Okay. So it's got an idle, it then opens, it then closes. Alright, so door open, we don't loop either of these. So if we just do door open as default, what happens? Drop pod. Beautiful. Okay. I can't get my mouse off it. Okay, so that should... So set as default, make transition, open, then close, then open again. Alright, so it's going to need at least one parameter. Bool is open. Alright, so is open equals to true, go to here. And then is open equals false goes to there. And then is open equals true, also head back. Actually, you know what? We don't even need to do that. Because it's only ever the ship will land, it'll be closed, it'll then open the doors, it'll close it back up and it'll fly away again. And then the next one it'll be a different one. Or we'll be able to reset it. So that's all it needs to do. And that just needs to be on is open equals false. Beautiful. That will work perfectly. So now they should all drop down and none of them should open their doors. Perfect. And then we just need to have a script on the drop pod that will open it. We're also going to need another bunch of scripts on the drop pod, like to do with the enemies that it's going to contain and blah 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 blah. But first, let's just do that. So scripts. Okay. Yeah, we'll make a new folder for vehicles. All. Probably spelling that wrong. I feel like I'm spelling that wrong every time. Oh well. Drop pod. Drop pod. I don't think it needs to be any more complicated than that. Okay. Alright. So basically, these are going to start in the sky and fall down, land on the roof, breaking the roof, open up, and then... So it's a whole last sequence. At some point... do we? I don't know. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna... I don't know, have a think about this for a second. Alright, I thought about it for all of like 5 seconds, and I've got an idea. It's already in our project, and I was just saying it. We're gonna need some sort of sequence machine, some sort of state machine. We already know how to use it as well. Which is easy as. We can just have a dropping state, we can have a spawning state, and we can have a departure state. That's gonna work perfectly. And it comes with all the functions we're gonna need to actually execute it. Oh, that's awesome! Awesome! That's gonna be perfect. I just don't remember how to do it. It's this. We need to recreate this, but before the thing. Oh, I can do that. I can do that. That's gonna be beautiful. I can do that so easily. I'm so smart. Okay. Drop pod descending. Yeah. Oh, we kind of need to wait for that to compile. Hurry up and compile. Okay, cool. Again. Drop pod ascending. Does it have a S in it? Oh shit, I'm pretty sure it does. Google. It does. Oh, and it does. It does. Oh. We spelled it wrong the first time. That's decending. The drop pods are decending. Terrifying. Alright. Drop pod descending. You know, I'm not actually good at I was gonna say coding. I'm not good at coding. But I'm also not good at typing. Drop pod spawning. I always spell spawning without an A. That's spawning. Spawning. Alright. That's awesome. Now we need to open all of these. Let's also close a few others. Enemy chasing. We will use enemy AI, enemy spawn, enemy engaging, spawn location, drop pod there. Oh, enemy parts we need to get back to as well. We don't have any death animations for anyone or anything. Don't get distracted though. So drop pod ascending, descending, spawning. So we need a. Does it need to be public? I can't remember. How do we do it over here? Nope, we just need a state machine. Okay, and that means we need an awake method. That is formatted horribly. Delete, enter, not insert. Jeez. Okay, so we need to set up all the states. And then... Damn, alright. So these are the states, these are the transitions, these are the functions to transition because of. I remember how to do it, it's just, it looks like a lot. Alright, so we'll start with the states. Var, drop pod, ascending. Oop. That's not what I meant. Ascending equals new, drop pod ascending. Yes. I think we actually need to implement these first. So these all implement iState. Okay, so drop pod descending. I kind of want to have tick up top. Okay. I also could have did this before I copy pasted them all. That would have been smart. And I always forget to save the second last one I do. Alright. So we'll start with descending. Fall to the target position. Alright, so this actually shouldn't be too hard. But it does need a constructor. Public drop pod descending. Alright. It needs to take in a vect3 target pause. Will it need a rotation? So when we spawn it, we're getting the rotation from the spawn location, so we're going to be getting it when we instantiate. So that rotation won't matter. Not unless we're going to do some fancy like rotate on the way down thing, but I don't think we need to. So that's going to need a target pause. It's going to drop down all the way to the target position. Alright, so that will work. What does the enemy AI take in? Enemy, agent, player as a target, material, character, third person control. So it doesn't need any of that. The spawning one will on enter use the animation and on exit do the animation. Alright, so alright, so it needs to slowly fall towards the target. I mean, honestly, I kind of want to make it so that it does it based on gravity. But I'm not good at math. So, but I do know where it is. This here has gravity. Jump and gravity. Hmm. Take that, I think, right? In this one, gravity's going to be just a fixed thing that it's coded in up here somewhere, right? Where does vertical velocity start? Just 0. So, and then that is basically just when it does the move function, right? Then it's applying that. Where is it actually setting? Well, it's setting the vertical velocity there, but where is it actually moving the player based on the vertical velocity? Alright then. Oh, here, right. Alright, so that's the amount that we move. Alright. That makes sense, so it's, you know, per second. Right, I get that part. Now we need to actually move the object we're attached to, so... transform. Uh, that was pointless. Pointless, stupid. Alright, sick. Change that order for me, eh? Instance, dot, position. Alright, so that's just straight up moving the position. So when that spawns now, it should just start falling. Let's go back over here. So for starters, we're gonna go state machine equals new state machine. We also have to set the state. Alright, and okay. God damn it, Vi, shut the hell up, man. Dog's out here going crazy. Really? It's not mad at detection range, but mad at like all that? That's gonna be transform. Ooh. Alright, so in the instance that this is created, or in the frame that it's created, we need to add a public vector 3 target position, I suppose, and then that plugs into there. That makes that happy. What am I missing there? Okay. Check for ground if I kind of want to just... Because it's going to be checking for when it hits the ground in here. Maybe. Yeah, no, because it has to be. Because I need to check the move forward position and see whether or not it's below the thing. So that I don't overshoot the position. So... we just need like another... update grounded. Right? Because I... and then I call this from here. And instance, we're going to change that to this. And that's going to be drop pod. Alright, and then I'll just use the same as over here. Is grounded equals true. Initialized as false. Alright, so that should work. And need that. Alright, and then we want to go from descending to spawning. Based on that. Alright, and then on the descending here, vector 3 equals new pos is going to be equal to I think we're overcooking it with the vector 3 of it all. What we could do is, because it's just coming straight down, target height. and just make it a float. Alright, and then oh, we've made this one unhappy. So we just need target position.y for there. Like, if we decide later on that we want to make it do some swirlies or some cool shit, then we might need to update that. But for now, it just needs to fall. So we only need to check the height. So the move delta is that. Beautiful. So the new position is going to start with instance dot how are we doing this? How are we doing this? Hang on. So we're going to get the position, add the delta. Fuck. So start with instance of transformed position. Alright, so that's... And then that, its y, is going to be modified. We'll keep this as a float. Move delta is going to be equal to that. Okay, so new pos dot y equals new pos dot y plus move delta, and then we'll just apply that back. So equals new pos. Okay, that seemed very straightforward, but I was just trying to figure out where I could do this. So what we need to do is math dot maximum. Between that and target height. So it'll never go below the target height. If this is lower than this, then it will just be this. So it means we don't need that now too. Alright. So that should fall till it gets to where it needs to be. And then actually no, that works good frame by frame, but I need it to actually trigger on the last frame. If new y equals this, I'm gonna reformat this in a second. If new y equals target height. Instance dot update grounded true. Alright, that should work. I don't know, let's try when it spawns the enemy. It get position plus new vector 3. Alright. Let's see if that works or I just broke everything. Anything's possible. I just did a lot. Okay. Enemy spawner. Spawn height. What are we going to do? We'll start at 50, I reckon. So they should spawn and start falling. They're not falling. Are we making it this far? Let's double check that. We should be getting a lot of hellos. We're not. So that's a problem. That is a problem. State machine. Starting in descending. Ah! Fool! Public? Why did I do that? Void update. State machine dot tick. That should help. I forgot that. Yeah, that should be good. Now let's try again. There's always something. There's always one line. Or a reference or something that you forget to plug in. Well, it landed on 0 perfectly. That's great. What it didn't land on, however, is the actual spawn point. The target position is being set there, not enemy AI, go away. But target position is never being set for when it actually spawns. Pod.get component drop pod. Dot target position equals. We might just replace this with a sorry. Oh no. So yeah, we might actually replace that with like a drop pod function that's an initialize function if we need to include more than that. But that's so far only one line that needs to get the component for, so that should be alright. Shouldn't be overly frustrated at that. So now, oh, god damn it, I always open that stupid program. I can't even get it to go away. It just keeps coming back. If I remove it from here, next stream it'll be back. And either way, what the hell was I doing again? Alright, let's go test it. Should be good to test now, hey? It should hit the roof and stop there. Damn it! It's just like, it's just not there, is it? So when it gets to here, debug.log target position. It's all 000 still. Because that wake's being called before, right? Yeah. So maybe this needs to go into a different... So what if we were to call this init? Make it public. It takes in a float target height. Yep, spelled that right. Okay, fine. Takes... Does it need a target position? Yeah, no, it probably does because we're going to have to spawn enemies in it. So we do need spawn position. Alright. It probably, yeah, it's just simpler to do it position, I think. target position equals... Ah, right, vector 3. So that had me confused for a second there. Okay, so and then... I keep clicking on that one. We take that and we say init, put that in, and there we go. So now this all gets called after these get set. So that should work now. Hopefully that doesn't break it. I think it's okay for the state machine to not be set up in the awake method. Right? Yeah, apparently. Beautiful. The rotations are being kept from earlier. Hello? That one I didn't realize needed a bit of a rotation update. Which one is it? Food court. This way. Wow. $5 degrees it needs. Be the bottom one, right? Yeah. Perfect. Alright, we're getting there. This is actually starting to take shape. So, the next thing to do is the spawning. Which I don't actually know how to do. Oh, not that I don't know how to do it, it's that I don't know how I want to do it. Alright, so... let's see if I can pirate software this shit. Alright? Right, so... Imagine for me... Hang on. This needs to... Right, so... Imagine... Hang on. How do you do just borderless? Okay, apparently we can't not do borderless. But alright. Hang on, how do you draw? Why is it not drawing? Why are you not... Okay, cool. Apparently it didn't like that. Okay. How do I explain this? So... Alright, imagine we go like wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, and in the first one we got maybe like, I don't know, 2 dropships. And in those dropships, each one of those is going to have 4 little enemies, right? That'll be like wave 1, right? And all up you face 8 enemies. I'm not good at this, as you can see. But, also can't you like, do like a, oop, not shift, Q, alt. Oh, what'd I do? Help me. Okay, sorry about that. But so yeah, so on wave 2 there might be 3 of them, you know? Like, see, but the point that I'm trying to make is I'm going to try and organize the waves based on drop pods. God damn, that's crazy. Sorry about that. I shouldn't have tried. But I need to figure that out. I need to figure out what kind of drop pods, or what kind of enemies it's going to have. Alright. I mean, for now, I suppose each one of them is just going to have like 3 or 4 enemies in it. That's just how that is. Right? Like, it's... Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to, like, somehow have, like, a target number. So, like... I don't know. I don't know. That might be one of those things that I just muddle my way through. But, alright, we got this out of the road. Alright, actually, I'm gonna take another little 2-second break. And I will be back soon. Alright, I'm back again. So, alright, what I'm thinking is basically at this point, we're not trying to do wave-based spawning. We're just trying to drop pods. And to do any sort of spawning, it's going to be just based on full drop pods, right? So, the drop pod itself is going to need some sort of reference to how many enemies it's going to spawn and what kind of enemies. So that doesn't need to be public anymore. Okay, how are we thinking? So do we just hand it an array of game objects to spawn? Is that how? And then it just spawns it just goes through and spawns each of them and then takes off. That could work. So we'll just do like game object array, enemies to spawn. And then that's another thing that we need in here. Enemies equals enemies. And then that will hand into spawning. Alright, so first off... Right, we're gonna need a... So this is gonna be spawn drop pod. Drop pod. Yeah, for now we'll just do it all at each of them. Okay, and... For now, I think we're just gonna do game object, array, and we'll just call it like full... full drop pod. Something like that. We'll change this later on. It doesn't need to be perfect now. But that we can call full drop pod. Which will... So enemy prefab, and we need drop pod prefab. Spawn drop pod is going to be that. And we're going to say new. Enemies equals new. Now, how do you... Are you able to just do, like... How do you do that? What's the trick? What's the... I can't remember how to do it. C# initialize array. Right, okay, I can do it that way. Whoops, here. No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Go away. So, make it 3. Enemy prefab, enemy prefab, enemy prefab. Alright. So that'll give that a list. So in the drop pod, in spawning, what do we need? We need a reference to the animator. Also we need a public. Spawning. Okay, so it needs an enum. We need game object array enemies. Alright, enum. No. Alright, enemies equals enemies, drop pod equals drop pod. Whatever that was. Okay, so that is going to be up here. We need a animator. Anim equals. Actually, who knows if we need another reference to it. Anim equals get component animator. Alright, so it needs an anim and enemies. Okie dokie 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 dokie. Alright. So on enter, we're going to say enim dot set bool. Oop, is open true. And on exit, we're going to say false. Just double check that is open is the actual thing we used, right? Right, that's what we used. Yeah. Alright. I want to see that in game. No! Ah, right. I changed the spawning. Makes sense. Vehicles? Okay, what do I got? We want drop pod in there. Foot soldiers in there. Try again. Bam! That was awesome. Alright, also, what's happening that we don't want to happen is this. So we need to pass in to the initial spawn location. Spawn lock. What the fuck? Okay, sorry, something crawling up my leg. Spawn location. Transform dot position. Beautiful. So nothing changes there except now we have access to the actual spawn location, which means we need to get rid of all this and remove that. And we'll keep that little space there. enemy spawn drop pod. I kind of have to do it like that, don't I? Because I have to be able to look forward. I have to be able to see what the move delta is, and before it's applied, clamp it so that it doesn't go through the floor and then bounce back or overshoot. So I have to be triggering the arrival based on the position, which is annoying. I don't know, I'm just thinking about having unnecessary public fields that do nothing. Honestly, that though as well. So, on grounded. We're going to say is grounded equals true. You right over there, Raki? You have a furball, buddy? You good? Hang on, I'll go check on my potty cat. You alright? Yeah. He's fine. He just got a bloody furball or something. Alright. Back to what we were doing. So yeah, we just changed that to the on grounded. Which means in here, also on ungrounded, we're going to say spawn location dot break. So now it'll break when the thing hits. And I'm pretty sure spawn location already has a redundancy to make sure it doesn't break twice. So that means it shouldn't break frame 1 now. Okay, it still broke frame 1. Oh, right, because I was doing the initial eyes on break as well. Okay, spawn location. We'll also add an awake method, where it just calls init. Just to make sure. There it is. That's bloody cool. It needs a collider, but we'll get to that. Alright, so they're landing, they're breaking the roof, they're spawning. They're not spawning, sorry. That's the next step, they're spawning. So, what we need to do is float, spawn delay. We'll say, actually, yeah, no, spawn delay equals 3 seconds. But we'll make that one a constant. So, float time since last spawn equals 0. Okay, so each tick, time since last spawn, plus equals time dot delta time. If time since last spawn is more than or equal to spawn delay, then it can spawn an enemy. Spawn next enemy. Alright, so that should all be working. And then also time since last spawn equals 0. Reset that when it spawns. Spawn next enemy. Alright. Int spawn count spawn index equals 0. Start that at 0 as well. Alright. Okay, so on the first enemy, we're going to say instantiate how do you, what the? Okay, so I can't spawn something from here. Because it's not a mono behavior. Got it. That's a bit weird. No, it's not weird, but it's a bit annoying. Is that like, is it that I can't do that, or is it that I'm not using the right... this one. No, this one. Alright, nope, so it doesn't like it. Can't instantiate from here. I'm gonna have to reference back the instance, which means we need to steal that from here. Maybe I could, call this. Public void spawn enemy. Okay, it's going to need a vector3. Location. Quaternion rotation. Oh, and a game object, right. Alright, instantiate. Enemy at Luke and Rot. Alright, that'll keep it happy. So for here, rather than doing that, I can do enemy spawner dot instance dot spawn enemy. I need that. Okay. It actually, I don't need that. I just Quaternion dot identify. Identity, not identify. Fine. Actually, I can just do enemies dot spawn index. And then spawn index plus plus. So, if there is only one enemy in it, that starts as 0, it immediately goes through, spawns the 0th enemy. And then plus plus, which adds 1. So it's now at 1, which will be equal to the length of the array. So if spawn index equals enemies dot length, then we know we've spawned all the enemies in the list. And we can then move on. So we need to trigger that back at the drop pod. Also, I need to implement these. Lock equals lock, rot equals rot. Perfect. Bool finished spawning. If finished spawning, then return. Just to double check, I don't want it to be doing anything unnecessary or spawning extra enemies for whatever reason. And if that equals that, then we're going to say finish spawning equals true. Easy as. Okay, and then that needs to be triggered over on the drop pod. Okay, enemies. The spawn location, which is going to be spawn location dot transform dot position and Quaternion dot identity. That's a weird thing that I have to pass in that, right? Like I shouldn't have to do that. Sending enemy spawner over here. There. Do it there. Now it only needs that. Spawning. Doesn't need that. Doesn't need that. Doesn't need that. Beautiful. Okay. Still needs to be triggered over on drop pod, which means it also needs a reference to instance, which... This... Steal it from here because I'm lazy. Instance equals instance. Perfect. Now it has a reference to that. So drop pod over here can say finished spawning. Oh, I wanted the capital. I feel like I did that yesterday. That exact thing. Okay, so duplicate that. Check for spawning. If finish spawning equals true, check for spawning. Finish spawning equals true over here. And so we need another one of these. From spawning to ascending. And this needs to be called over here. Oops. Instance. Alright. And that should go back to ascending, which... much like descending. Drop pod instance. Gotta type that one. Alright. Okay, new pos equals instance dot transform dot position. Plus equals. Whoa, we'll just have like a. Twenty units per second should work, eh? Times time dot delta time. Alright, that should work. This just needs an instance. Um... Yeah, so, okay, the only thing that is next to call is... It's just end of life, basically. Despawn, drop pod. Which is just going to be destroy this. Oh, destroy game object. Oop. Basically, that's it for now. And what we're going to do is just say if new pos dot y is more than 100, then instance dot despawn drop pod. Beautiful. That should work. It should now descend, drop its enemies, finish spawning, and then ascend, and then despawn. That should be the life of a drop pod. Which is pretty sick, if you ask me. Pretty fucking sick. Sick. Alright, there's one that spawns like right here. Actually, where am I? I'm over here. Okay, so there's a few that spawn like right here. Let's watch these ones. Actually, yeah, no, let's play maximized. Bam. Damn, they took the hell off. Drop pod's already gone? Yep. This is basically like a max size spawn. Okay, one thing I just want to double check is just want to make sure those ships didn't take off too quick. Alright, so let's see what happens. The ships drop, they land, they open, they drop the enemies out. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and they really take off. Alright, so I do want to make it so that they gradually pick up speed. So, we basically do the same thing we did on descending, except in reverse. Okay, vertical velocity plus equals thrust. Times delta time. Oh, we need vertical velocity. So that should increase over time, right? I don't know, I think so. I'm not really that good at math. My best math subject is weirdly vector math. I just have a weird sort of intuition for it, but yeah. Bam! Hey, drop your shit out. Okay, we need to turn down the thrust of them a little bit. Make it 5, so they take off slower than they fell in. And also, just to make this a little bit simpler, drop pod, full drop pod, we're just going to say actually single drop pod. Okay, also after it spawns the last one, so right now it's immediately finishing spawning. So what if, so get rid of that. If finish spawning, actually, finish spawning, question mark? If it has finished spawning, then call instance.finish spawning. Can I do that? No. Damn it. Well, that's shit. Fine, I'll do it the long way then. If it isn't finished spawning, then spawn an enemy. Else, fly away. So now, when it gets to the end, it'll spawn the thing. It'll just set finish spawning to true, and then on the next 5 seconds, or the next spawn delay, then it'll take off again. It'll finish spawning and... Right, that should work. Now it should have just like a little bit of a delay. What was that? I was like, I feel like I had something weird on my screen. It was just comic books. It's like, what the fuck? When was I watching weird shit? I'm always watching weird shit. Alright, let's see if this works. So one enemy. Take off. Beautiful. We will do this though. As soon as it finishes spawning, set the doors to close. Oh no! No, don't do that. No, don't do that. This should work really well now. I'm actually really happy with that. just feels so loud. We need sound manager. When are we gonna do that? I'm so lazy. Okay, well, that was pretty sick. Alright, so we fully implemented dropships now. Which one was our to-do list? This one. Modify Amity for dropships. Got it. So implement wave-based spawning. Oh, that one's a bit harder. That one is a little bit harder. So I'm not actually sure how to do this. I think I might need to actually spend a bit of time off stream. Maybe doing a little bit of math. Just trying to figure it out. Because, I mean, my plan is to only really do like 30 rounds. And then have it so that it, that's like the end. There is an end to it. But also, a limitless mode would be kind of cool. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I'm just not sure how to do it. How long have I been... Oh, I've been streaming for nearly 3 hours, jeez. That wasn't as quick as I thought it was. I could do player death and enemy death. I mean, enemy death wouldn't be hard. Also, we're going to start this at 2, so that the first one spawns after only a second. So now it should spawn as soon as the doors are finished opening. That was actually sick. Oh, my game is actually coming along. It's starting to turn into a game. But yeah, I think really the only thing left of the life cycle of an enemy is the end of it. I need to actually get the enemies dying. That's pretty well it. Now the question is, do I want to do that now? How keen am I to do that right this very second? Oh, Jesus. Whoa. You know what I mean? How much do I want to do it right now? Oh, another thing that I kind of want to do. Just something that I noticed. I've noticed it a few times and just not really cared. UI manager? No. Damage display. So, hang on, what am I looking for here? I'm looking for this. Enemy health bar. Alright, so the game manager needs to have access to the main camera rather than the... Camera. That's how you spell camera, right? That's stupid. Right, I can just... Silly me. You can serialize fields. Public transform player. Get. Return. Player. Sweet. Better. That way we don't have too many unnecessary public fields. So that's happy, and then the bit that I wanted to change was... Where was it? Enemy health bar. It doesn't need to get the cam. I mean the player, it needs to get the cam. Cam equals camera, main camera. Dot transform dot position. Transform. Okay. Right, and then yeah, no, and then the game object, and then the game manager just needs a reference to the camera. I know it doesn't have reference for get player. Which one of you are mad? I almost straight up close that out then. Whoops. Alright, so now they should work a bit. Oh no! Fuck! Game manager. Player cameras, main camera. Bam! Now the hit effect should actually look at the camera and be nice. See, even the ones that hit me look better now. wonder if I gave myself health, would I actually be able to survive? Alright, so definitely making, like, them getting shot should be triggering them to turn around and, like, run at me. Like, that makes them seem very dumb. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think I might have had enough for tonight. It's you know, approaching the 3-hour mark that I've been going for. Again, we've made a decent amount of progress, which is we implemented dropships. Drop pods. Which are very fun. Let's watch it again. Bam. Oh my god, we're gonna make it so that when they land, the whole screen shakes, and you can hear them coming in like, and you know, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Oh man, it's gonna be sick. Then they're gonna have some thrusters when they take off. Oh, it's gonna be sick. There's so much we can do, like, aesthetically to this game as well. Like, all this is still just prototype level, basically. Like, you've seen that I've worked a little bit more on this area. But, you know. There's still shitloads to go. Yeah, I don't know. What's the thing? Okay, hang on. We'll just be quick about this. So, implement enemy death and ragdoll. I think that, and then wave-based spawning. And then after that, it's just we just got to polish off the game loop, which will be to like add like a countdown timer for the wave to begin, and then like a timer between waves, and that's it. Then we can actually test to see if our game is beatable at all, which I don't think it will be. I think our enemies are a much better shot than we are. But yeah, that's great. Yeah. Yeah. Well, righto then. Well, I'll catch us in the next one when I get a bit more energy and motivation to keep rocking and rolling. Catch us.